There are 3 Pirates that you will find in MLB Pipeline's top 100 list of prospects. Here they are. Of course, Konnor Griffin continues to turn heads. Number 13. He could very soon be numero uno. Ooh. So we have talked about the players of the Pirates that may consider in this weekend's draft. But what about the players they already have in their system? Well, to discuss the kids they already have, let's go back over to the Highmark Hub. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Dan. It's really hard to start this conversation without starting with Konnor Griffin. This is a guy that we all know was somebody who people are thinking, is the hitting tool really there? We all know he has all of the other tools in the world. Well, the hitting tool has showed up in a big way. And Michael did a great job finding a breakdown of this and why these adjustments have happened. Jonathan, can you just start with a quick, where is this guy coming from and what is he now? What is the change?
It's crazy. We're talking about 19-year-olds. He's 19 and he's in high A and we're already talking about maybe he should be in double A.
Yeah.
He was probably the toolsiest player in last year's draft class, bar none, and no one would argue that. The one question was he going to hit enough? There were some holes in his swing. The raw power is there, the plus speed. We're probably light on the 70 arm grade that we gave him from short and from center field. He can flat out.
Say it again.
He can really do everything very, very well. The one question is he going to hit enough? And the Pirates are a team that often take their high school hitters and wait to send them the full season ball, but he was so good in spring, and he's just kept going. And Michael, you've been able to break down why.
Yeah, so you look over here, this is 2024, right after I had him, and we thought the same thing with USA Baseball. He's too athletic not to have on your team. Look where his hands are, right? You're going to see a little bit depth with his hands. He puts it back, and it's really in line here. All that does is put him in a better position, create more space, and you're going to see how much of a stretch he gets through the middle. He is so strong that he can hold this. It is freakishly strong how good he is. Watch this. So this is spring training. He had a good spring, right? But he was still not catch up the fastball. Tons of swing and miss. You see him. He's really shallow on that back hip, and the hands are starting to fight back, and he never really gets there. You see his helmet fall off because his shoulder literally goes up and pulls him out. That's why I wanted to use that, and it's kind of funny. Now look over here. He's already back in that good area. He sinks down into everything, and then as soon as he feels that backside, you see it. It's just, his legs are huge, so it works out perfect. And then he goes forward, and nothing leaks. And look, now he still hits his helmet, but he doesn't go up through it. He pulls through and uses the ground so well. This guy can do things that most humans can't, and he's showing it almost every single day because he's a guy that can roll over a ball, hit at third base, and beat it out. He beat out a ball to second base earlier, and he's got pop like some of the best power guys in the big leagues. Just look at that, 19.
Yeah, 13 homers, I think 37 steals already.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. I'm thinking second half of next year he's in the big leagues.
Isn't that crazy? Like to actually put it, to think that's not out of the realm
that
of
might be
possibility.
conservative, by the way.
Yeah, right. We've seen it
Given
happen with
what he's
Roman
doing.
Anthony this year.
Yeah.
Guys have this very similar path. Let's go to Bubba Chandler. On the other side, the pitching side, obviously we've talked about Bubba Chandler a lot. You've had the opportunity to see him grow throughout the minor leagues. Did you know that there was 98 to 100 in there from the get-go, or is this something that kind of surprised people?
I would love to say, sure I did.
That's when you just
really
say
smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they knew that the sky was the limit, given his athleticism. Remember, he could have been a quarterback in college. He was a two-way guy when he first started his pro career. So get that guy on a mound only. Oh, and let him start working out with Paul Skeens, by the way, in the offseason.
Right.
That certainly helped. And so what you have there is an unbelievable athlete with premium stuff who, when he's going well, can throw a ton of strikes. Now, a lot of people are like, why isn't he in the big leagues already? Why didn't he start the year in the big leagues? I think you saw in June why they tried to pump the brakes a little bit. He hit a blip. They wanted him to see how he deals with adversity. He wasn't getting deep into games, and they really wanted him to have more volume before they moved him up and put him in the rotation. His last start on
really
July
good.
4th is more like what they're looking for. So we'll see if he kind of turned the corner, and that will be a key for him to getting up here to Pittsburgh.
And you looked into the velocity. And it was pretty interesting. So share that just real quick.
Yeah, it's just continued to bump up throughout the seasons.
Yeah.
He's found different ways, maybe a little bit more consistent in the delivery. You never know. That June 5th to 28th, he only threw 12 2/3 innings in 5 starts and walked 12 guys. So that's not what you're looking for. So it's good to see him get that 6 innings scoreless on July 4th. Last guy we're going to talk about, Hunter Barco, the big lefty. This guy started in Double-A, was virtually unscorable against, has 0 ERA in Double-A.
That's good,
Moves
I
up,
think.
pretty good. Yeah. Moves up to Triple-A, and over his last 3 starts, Jonathan, he's got 18 innings. He's only given up 1 earned run. He really seems like he's finding that groove in Triple-A now.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy, he's can get any kind of hitter out. And I think that, including the big leagues, I think what has been good with what the Pirates have been able to do, when they drafted him, he needed Tommy John surgery. They haven't taken away all of the funk, which gives him so much deception, which leads to his success. But I think they've helped streamline it enough to hopefully avoid more arm injuries. It's going to play against lefties and righties. He's a starter. I don't know how anybody ever picks up that ball.
Yeah, coming across on the side like this with that slider.
You see those swings? They're like,
You're just not seeing that very well.
Not at all.
Jonathan Mayo, thank you for joining us from MLB Pipeline. You're awesome. You know, you make us sound smart when you shoot us those texts to tell us, hey guys, this is what this guy's doing down in the minor leagues. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, incredible.
Thank you very much.
My